Shalom, giving all praises and all glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of great millstone that rule well, and shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect destined to be saved on the brother Caleb from the GMS England London Forecasters Camp, back with another lesson to help edify those of which I spoke of. I always like to begin by saying that we are the real Hebrew Israelites. The real Israelites are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, West Africans predominantly, but you will find Israelites that do look like the other nations, because we as a people have been scattered among all the nations to our various captivities. But if your seed line by your forefathers goes back to the man in the Bible that was named Israel, then you too are an Israelite, no matter what you may look like, because Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18 tells you that your nationality is determined by the lineage of your forefathers. So I'm going to play this clip here. I'm going to speak upon it because this is going to be a quick video, but it goes on to the topic of the mindset of the modern woman and how toxic it is to society on the whole, because what social media seems to have done is it has destroyed the minds of women to where, and not only social media, but it's a combination of things, man. Social media, liberty, and feminism has really destroyed the minds of modern women to where modern women now are ultimately very self-destructive in all their actions, because women need guidance. Women need strong leadership. That's why a lot of women are attracted to men who are leaders. You know, they call them the alpha man, because women deep down inside know they need to be led. So first and foremost, they need a strong father figure who will bring them up the right way and teach these women how to conduct themselves within society. And then they need to be passed on to a strong husband who will continue to lead and guide the woman and help to guide the household. But what we have now is a role reversal, where women now are more masculine than men and men are more feminine than women. Men are now begging women for attention. And that goes into the scripture which says, I will create a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. You see, the society in which we live is very matriarchal. And basically, women have been dealt the best hand. If you imagine it being a card game, women are holding 90% of the best cards. And one of the few cards left that a man has to play, well, really, it's two cards the man has to play, left to play. He can either play the card of becoming a simpleton, a simp, S-I-M-P, someone idolizing mediocre pussy, and beg women for attention, and beg that after she's lived her life of squandering her best years, and all kinds of men who don't really value her or take her seriously, when she starts to hit the wall, you know, when she realizes that biological clock is ticking, and she wants to find a good man to settle down with, a lot of women settle down with simps, because those simps will take anything. And also, you know, the women know that those men are easy to manipulate and control. Those men have lost their spine, they've lost their will to fight, they'll just take anything they can get. Women aren't stupid, man. Why do you think women run around for all the alpha men in their prime years? Because they're hoping that they can get with a man who will actually keep them in order and will actually put them in their place. They want to be put in their place deep down inside. But unfortunately, the situation has changed to where now men think that they have to beg women for attention, and will eat anything they can get because they've been so used to living on scraps. So the point of this being is that a lot of women are putting themselves first before their husband, before their fathers, before their families, as in their own children, and they're trying to do them. And it's a formula that never works, unfortunately. I don't know why people can't see, hey, you know what, this equation will lead to this outcome. It never works. I'm going to play this clip, and you'll see what I mean about the mindset of the modern woman and how destroyed it is.
OF girls, do you intend to have children? Do you justify kids having to go through shame, trauma, and depression because of their mom's greedy ambition? So if I do have kids, it's going to be like, I'm 28 now, probably when I'm 34, 35 at the earliest. By the time they're in school, it's like 15 plus years from now.
And also there's a lot of ways that you can actually keep your content like off of the internet these days through lawyers.
Who knows what the world's going to look like 15 years technology wise? If I'm still popping 15 years from now, I will take that as a win.
I'm a mom. I have a kid.
So as you can see, these women are very self-centered, very selfish. They're not thinking about anybody but themselves. And they're talking as if they've got an amount of time on the earth promised to them. Really, none of us have tomorrow promised to us, you know. For all I know, you know, or for all you know, this could be your last day on earth. The most I could kill you tomorrow and take your ass back to the spiritual realm. Or he could kill you next Wednesday, or he could kill you on the 15th of August 2024, the 25th of October 2024. You don't know. None of us are promised tomorrow. But these women are so proud and they're so vain that they think death is far away. They don't realize that they could be at death's door tomorrow or next Wednesday or next month or whatever. They don't know. But women don't contemplate these things because women tend not to think about these things because it worries them. And as the scriptures say, women are the weaker vessel. But then that's no license to run around and just do you. Really, you should be considering the Lord in all your doings. Now, obviously, the Most High is not really dealing with the women directly, but again, it goes to show why the importance of choosing a suitable partner is so important. Because if women really knew what was about to come down the pipe from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, they'd be looking for a spiritual man of the Lord. They wouldn't be just looking for any old Tom, Dick, and Harry with a large bank balance and a fast car. They would realize that, you know what, man, this world's about to go tits up. And I want to be on the right side of the Most High, because if I'm caught on the wrong side of him, that's my ass. Now, judgment is coming. Judgment is coming in a big way. It's inevitable. Just like Agent Smith said to Neo in The Matrix on the train track. Can you hear that, Mr. Anderson? The sound of inevitability. Well, that's the sound of the inevitable judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. It happened before. It happened during the days of Noah. It's going to happen again because it's been promised unto us. So these women who are 20 years old now, and they're thinking that they can run around and start their OnlyFans account and make all their money. Now, truth be told, I've done some research into this, and the vast majority of women who have OnlyFans accounts, they're not really making all that much money off of it. It's a front. You know, a lot of them front like, yeah, we're big balling, we're making big money. But a lot of them aren't. But they still do the OnlyFans thing. So you've got to ask yourself, why are they doing it? The answer comes down to attention. A lot of these women, a lot of modern women, they're on social media because they crave attention. They create these OnlyFans accounts because they crave attention. They go to the beach and they strip off because they crave attention. A lot of these girls are just straight up attention hoes. Now, obviously not all. You know, you're going to have your exceptions to that rule, but the vast majority of girls, they just want attention. And they want to get it by whatever means necessary. So if it means by having an Instagram with 5,000 followers or creating an OnlyFans with, you know, however many followers they've got on there, these women will jump at those opportunities because they crave attention. But you know what? Not all attention is good attention. And really, if you get the right kind of attention, you don't need attention from everybody. If you're getting the right kind of attention, if you're getting the right kind of validity and respect in your life, you'd be able to say, fuck the world, man. I know it's harder for a woman to do because the woman is the weaker vessel, but a lot of us men, in the truth, we've already done said fuck the world and everything in it. You know, we've chosen our side of the battle line, and Lord willing, we stick to it. But a lot of these women, you know, they're easily swayed because, as I said, the woman is the weaker vessel. Why do you think the serpent went to the woman in the garden? Because he knew she'd be much easier to manipulate, and then through her, Adam would end up falling too. It's no different in this world. The elites knew that the woman is the weaker vessel. That's why he's promoted all these choices and options to women. Oh yeah, you can go to college and you can be whatever you want to be. And you can study in university, you can be whatever you want to be. And you can become a doctor or a lawyer or an accountant or an architect or all these things these women can do. He's given these women a plethora of choices, but really, liberty was not made for women. Liberty only serves to confuse women because they become confused. A lot of these girls are morally conflicted because deep down inside they desire to be somewhat virtuous. They desire to be good, chaste, and acceptable deep down. But because they've fallen short, they think, well, that avenue is not open to me anymore. I might as well go further into the world and see what I can get. That's how a lot of these women think. It's not a very logical mindset or approach to life, but what's to be expected from the weaker vessel, when really these women are a lot like children. You know, children need the guidance of a strong parent. Women need the guidance of a strong father or a strong husband. And those strong masculine archetypes are being destroyed in this world and being replaced by effeminate archetypes within men. So a lot of these women are pissed off now because they're seeing a lot of effeminate men. Now, they might not be able to put their finger on the problem because a lot of these women don't know the truth. But deep down inside, they're looking at a lot of these men who are effeminate and weak and simpish. And these women are detesting those men because they find those qualities unattractive. Just like how a masculine man finds a woman unattractive, a woman finds a effeminate man unattractive. But because 90% of the men out there are effeminate, that's all these women are stuck with. So they try and make the best of a bad situation, and they end up unhappy, and they end up divorced, and they end up having flipping however many kids by however many fathers. It's all a hot mess out there. I'll play this clip one more time now, get some precepts, because I didn't want to make this video too long, but just listen to the sound of this idiot. And you know, the scriptures talk about how a man can be known by his look, and it's the same with a woman. When a woman is a complete airhead and she's got nothing going on, you can tell it by the expression on her face. And if you look at these two women on the screen here, first of all, the one in the pink that's full of pride, you know, and the other one, the other idiot in the background with a finger on her lips, you can tell these are complete idiots. They don't know nothing, man. But they're full of words and they're full of arrogance. And you know what? The Most High is going to humble these women. Let's play it.
Children, do you justify kids having to go through shame, trauma, and depression because of their mom's greedy ambition? So if I do have kids, it's going to be like, I'm 28 now, probably when I'm 34, 35 at the earliest. By the time they're in school, it's like 15 plus years from now.
And also, there's a lot of ways that you can actually keep your content like off of the internet these days through lawyers.
Who knows what the world's going to look like 15 years technology-wise? If I'm still popping 15 years from now, I will take that as a win.
I'm a mom. I have a kid. And obviously, like you said, kids are going to be bullied. I plan on homeschooling, so hopefully that mitigates some things. But do you think that as mothers or potential mothers that you have a responsibility to, I guess, behave in such a way where your child would be proud of you? And I'm not saying that, you know, maybe you're going to raise your kid in a way that having an OnlyFans mom is something that they're proud of. But how do you plan on navigating that? Like, do you want your kid to be aware from a young age that you did OnlyFans?
If girls, do you intend to...
See, these girls, they're not thinking about the future. They're thinking about now, and they're thinking about their greed and their own ambitions. They're not thinking about the reputation and the stigma and everything else that will come with it and will be placed upon their children, because these women are self-serving, vile, self-serving individuals. Now, not all women are like this, but a large majority of them are, unfortunately, because they've grown up in a very selfish manner and they haven't been taught correctly how to behave by their fathers or their mothers. In fact, a lot of these girls are the daughters of hoes. I hate to say it, but it's just the truth. You know, there's a scripture which talks about as is the mother, so is the daughter. Let me get that one, so you know that I'm just not pulling these words out of my backside. This is actually scriptural what I'm saying. Let's find these precepts. Forgive me, I'm just pulling up a precept. Oh, this is Ezekiel 16:45. Wasn't the one I was thinking of, but it seems to be pertinent to the point I'm making. Ezekiel 16 and verse 45. Here we are, Ezekiel 16:45. It says, thou art thy mother's daughter. Let me read that again. Thou art thy mother's daughter that loatheth her husband and her children, and art the sister of thy sisters which loathe their husbands and their children. Your mother was a Hittite and your father an Amorite. And thine elder sister is Samaria, and she and her daughters that dwell at thy left hand, and thy younger sister that dwell at thy right hand is Sodom and her daughters. Yet thou hast not walked after their ways, nor done after their abominations. But as if that were a very little thing, thou wast corrupted more than they in all thy ways. Now that's prophetic talk about the nation of Israel. But I'm applying this to the modern woman. You know, these modern women are, they loathe their husbands. You know, they loathe their husbands, they loathe their children because they've been taught to be selfish. Feminism has destroyed the minds of these women. Liberty has destroyed the minds of these women. The internet has destroyed the minds of these women. I've got another precept. Hang on, I've got to find it. Ezekiel 16 and verse 44. Just one verse up. Never knew it was so close. Behold, everyone that uses this proverb. Let me read it again. Behold, everyone that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter. Let's read that again. Ezekiel 16 and verse 44. Behold, everyone that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter. And that has become evidently true, so much so in this modern world. You know, a lot of these, unfortunately, things have waxed worse and worse over time, to where a lot of women now were straight up hoes, and then they had children, and guess what? They encourage their daughters to be hoes too, thinking that if they school their daughters on how to manipulate men a little bit better than the mother did, that they might somehow emerge victorious. Emerge a little more victorious than the mother did, but guess what? They don't. They end up repeating the same patterns and mistakes that their mothers did, except they did them 10 times worse. So society on a whole suffers. Let me say that again. Society on a whole suffers from the selfishness of women, because through the selfishness of women, they tear down their own households. Let me get that precept. A wise woman buildeth her house, but a foolish woman plucketh it down with her own hands. This is Proverbs 14 verse 1. It says, every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. That's what these women are doing. They're essentially tearing down the foundations of any structure any positive structure that they could have in their lives by being super self-centered. And this is just one major reason why the world is going to have to be destroyed, and it is going to be destroyed when Yahushua makes his return. So that's just a quick lesson. I might do a part 2 to this, because there's a lot more on another topic, not the same topic, but related to this topic, that I kind of want to go into, but that's going to be a more detailed lesson, Lord willing. If the Spirit allows, I'll get that one up tomorrow. But yeah, this is just a short hit that, feminism and liberty has destroyed the modern women. So for those of you women who are sincere, now's the time to get yourselves in order, because the windows of repentance are fastly closing. You know, we're seeing this world basically being wrapped up, man, in a nice little bow for Yahushua to just come back and sweep the whole board clean. You know, sweep this place with the besom of destruction, and to start the world over. You know, that refreshed world, the kindness, the new world, a world wherein dwelleth righteousness, and a world where the Israelites will be ruling in the world, because the world was made for our sakes, and we're going to enforce the law, statutes, and commandments, and the world is going to be prosperous under our rulership. That's the future. You know, the time of wickedness is rapidly drawing to a close, and the time of righteousness will soon be established, Lord willing. So with that, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Makakodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles, great millstone that rule well. Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved, and I'll catch you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Shalom for now.